All right, guys. I'm out for cross country, so it's Benji 2.0. You're gonna love him. I hope, anyway. All right, old school. We got fractions. We got solving equations or solving linear equations, and then we have some system questions, addition. Addition, elimination, and substitution methods. So let's go over some rules real quick. So you're looking at fractions, especially for addition and subtraction. The first thing you do, you'll notice here, you check for individual simplification. A little example there. So we have 4 over 6. Both numerator and denominator are divisible by 2. So you can reduce it down, simplify it down to 2/3. First thing you do. The concept there, the smaller the numbers, the easier they are to play with. So always check for individual simplification before you do anything, especially for addition and subtraction. After that, you're going to try to find a common denominator and or change the numerator. So we're going to show you that. And then at the end, remember, you're only combining the numerators, whether it be addition, subtraction, and you just stamp the denominator. Like, you don't add or subtract the denominators, you just stamp it. So make sure about that. And rules for multiply. First thing you do is check for cross simplification. So it's only a rule. What's that? Only a rule for multiplying. So for example, here we have 3 over 7 times 14 over 6. If you notice that we have 3 and 6 through the diagonals, they're both divisible by 3. 3 goes to itself 1, 3, so 6 divided by 3 is 2. 7 and 14, 7 goes into itself 1, 14 divided by 7 is 2. So you notice now it's a lot easier. So step 2 says top times top, bottom times bottom. So 1 times 2 is 2. And then you have at the bottom 1 times 2 is 2. 2 over 2 is 1. So again, at the end, you always simplify. Like 2 over 2 is 1, but if it's something like that, you always check for simplification. Checking out division. First thing you do, you flip the second fraction, and then it turns into multiplication. So that's where you just use your multiplying rules. So it says step 2, follow multiply steps. So division will turn into multiplication after you flip the second fraction. All right, so let's see if we can get some done before I run out of time here. So the first one here is the beast. So the idea is just like mostly anything in life, especially dating and so forth and jobs and all that, the approach is the most important thing. So how you approach things can make things a lot easier or can make it a lot more difficult. So if you look at this, we have multiplying. Check for cross simplifying. So a good habit could be take the larger numbers. So let's say 45 and 10. Both divisible by 5. So that goes for 45 divided by 5 is 9. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So 32 divided by 2, 16. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So again, going through the diagonal. So here to here is okay. 15 and 6, we can do that. Both are divisible by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Just checking other individual or diagonal cross simplify as we can. So now we do top times top, bottom times bottom. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. So now we have 9 times 5 is 45. So we can do this out to the side. 45 times 7. So remember, you're going to multiply these top numbers. It's 35, 28, plus 3, so that's 315. And we'll leave it just like that. All right, that was it. That's how you do that one. So over here, second one, addition, subtraction. Check for individual simplification. Nothing there for us. So change the denominator. So 9 can work. So 3 goes into 9. 3 times. So what we do is you do 3 times 2 is 6. So now we have 1 minus 6 is negative 5. And then you stamp it again. Boom. So this is division. So remember, you flip the second. So we have 11 times, now 11 over 1. Top times top. So that's 121 over 1, which is really just 121. See how quick that was? Yeah. So the next one here, we have subtraction. Looks like we have to change both. So we have to find a common denominator. I did check for individual simplification. I didn't see anything. So we have 6 is a good common denominator. So we write it now. Oh, we write it once, twice, and then 3 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times -9. Keep change. -14. Always check to simplify. So we can divide that by 2. So that's 7. Divided by 2 is 3. Boom. All right. Next one, check for individual simplification. Nothing there. Common denominator could be 28. So we can multiply the denominators. 4 times 7. So it goes in there 7 times 4. So we have 7 times -3. It's -21. 7 goes in 28 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. And then 21, 8. So we write the denominator, stamp it again. And then, so we have, let's say, 13. And we can't simplify that. All right, we got 4 minutes. Let's do it. Over here, multiply. Cross simplification is a good one. So 3 and 39. So that's once. 39 divided by 3 would be 13. 56 and 49 by 7. 49 divided by 7. 56 divided by 7 is 8. So now we have 8 times 1 is 8. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 1 plus 2. All right. All right. There's all the fractions ones. So I'm going to do maybe 2 of these because I'm going to run out of time. Hopefully solving equations. So remember, distributive property means distribute means multiply each term. 2 times 3x, 6x. 2 times -7, -14 equals 10 minus 6x. Combine like terms. So here we always move the smaller variable term first. You jump the equal sign, you do the opposite. So that's 12x equals, jump the equal sign, bring the 14 over. So that gives us 24. Opposite of multiplication is division. X equals 2. The rest of the time, we're going to look at the addition elimination method and substitution. So walk you through addition elimination. So remember, first thing you're going to do is see if you can eliminate one of the variables. So what I did was eliminate the x's. So I took the bottom here, multiplied everything by 3. So now I have 3x, and then I have -12y equals -15. You'll notice here that 3x and -3x, when I add those together, they cancel out. I bring my y's together, I bring my numeric terms. So now I have -9y equals -9, divide by -9, divide by -9. So y is 1. So once you have the y variable, I took it and I plugged it in the second equation. So I have x minus, and then you have 4 times 1 is 1, or 4 times 1 is 4. And then all you have to do here is solve for the second equation. So I took this in red, brought the 4 over, x equals -1. I plugged it back in and checked it, so I know it's good. But the answer is x is -1, y is 1. So the other thing we can do here, it's the last minute. So when you have substitution, you just solve for one variable. So if I have this second one here, I get x by itself, so x equals, and then I have -12y plus 10. I can substitute it in for the first one here, so we have 3 times x. I just went crazy on it. Come on, erase, please erase. Oh, I was thinking. All right, so now I have 3, and the x equals -12y plus 10 plus 3y equals -3. I have 29 seconds left. So you need to distribute. So we have -36y plus 30 plus 3y equals -3. And from there, you solve for the variable, and you do it, plug it back in. But my time is running out, guys. I hope that helped a little bit from your review from your past, bringing your past to the present.